couple of months ago, I spoke to a woman who didn't like public speaking in front of an audience or in front of a camera because she was fearing the ums and ahs. Niet ahs, maar those, right? And I get that. I get that. I had that too in the past. And what I found out is that the moment you deviate from the script that you already have to present, the script meaning the bullet points, right? The moment you deviate from that and you go into freestyling, that's when your brain really needs to work hard. And then your mouth is speaking in a certain pace, and then your brain goes because all of a sudden it needs to do some extra work. It was not the thing we agreed upon, panic, panic. So the brain goes collecting all types of information and adding information, and then your mouth is saying that information, but it's deviating from what you already agreed upon. So that means that the way you speak and the speed of the brain is no longer working together. But with me in the past, that created the ums and the ahs. So what did I do? I stay silent. Just to give both mouth and brain the opportunity to grow back, to find each other again, and then you can move on in the right pace. But the fun thing is about pauses is that you give your audience the opportunity to reflect on what you just said. Meaning that if you have an important message to say, I'm searching for words, as you can say, because this was not on my script. If you have something important to say, then say it again and leave a pause in between. So if you have something important to say, leave a pause in between and then repeat it, because that will give the audience to the time to go for okay, she said something, how does that work with me? And then the brain of theirs starts to work, and that takes a little time. So it is okay to leave pauses, put pauses in your presentation, to leave pauses in. It's not like a presentation is just one rattle of information in one way direction. If you take Russell Brunson, for instance, he's like a machine gun with words. If you follow any of his trainings or anything, he's like, oh God, all those words are wrong, but he does that for a purpose. He does. What he does is, and he admitted it at one time, I speak fast because I'm enthusiastic, and then you speak faster. I get that. But also because it forces people to lean in. They need to pay attention, because if you blink or your head goes like, what's for dinner tonight? And you come back, you've missed something. So that's one of the reasons why he speaks fast. But the same thing can be for pauses. If you tell a story, for instance, and you drop the pauses at the right points, then the audience goes like, yeah, and what's next? How does it end? See, they're leaning in. So you got their attention that way. Now, don't go silent all the time. That does not mean attention. But putting in pauses is fine in a presentation. Especially when, and you can design that up front, right? Go through your presentation. Find the things that they need to remember. The slogans, the one-liners, something like that. And start using a pause there. You will see a difference. You will see that people will pay more attention and will remember it more. Okay, cool. See you next time.